My daughter passed away during active labor 9 months ago tomorrow. So my first sign of going into labor was I was just having contractions. The next morning, they started to speed up a little bit and I called my midwife, told me that it's probably a good idea to do some spinning babies exercises. So this is what we're doing here. I'm on my bed. You can see my birth tub with the tarp underneath. All these exercises, it was not easy to do. In a decent amount of pain, 4 centimeters dilated at this point.
This is the moment her world came crashing down.
My midwife took baby's heartbeat and Bella's heartbeat was no longer found. Obviously not trying to scare anyone, but I do want to educate because that's the first time on myself. I thought that this was like the way to go, and obviously my views have completely changed since this experience happened to me.
After her failed home birth, she was rushed to hospital where the most heartbreaking experience of her life occurred.
But once Bella's heartbeat was no longer found on a Doppler, we had to go to the hospital and I had to deliver her at the hospital. It was a really, really traumatic experience. So I delivered my daughter Bella stillborn. She passed away during labor during a planned home birth. I did go to the hospital and deliver her there. You're gonna be really scared to see your baby. That's so normal. No one is expecting to see their baby or give birth to their baby. Like, it's literally horrible. I was really afraid to see Bella. I actually had them clean her off immediately. She had meconium like all over her, and I did ask, I was like, is that her cause of? And they're like, no.
She had so many questions after this happened and was left with only unexpected side effects she had no other choice but to deal with.
My postpartum experience was absolutely horrific. Obviously, it still hurt if I had a living baby, but like, it would be worth it. Sadly, I had my milk come in like 3 days later. It was incredibly painful. I did dry it up. Horrible tear, multiple tears. I remember my husband and I like clenching each other's hands, being like, she's gonna come out screaming. Like, she's gonna come out screaming. Like, they made a mistake. She's gonna come out screaming. And she came out completely silent, and there's just truly no words to express how absolutely horrific that is.
Despite the trauma of this experience, she had another baby not long after this, and is even pregnant with a new baby, but the fear of reliving this ordeal still lingers.
Okay, this is like actually insane. It hasn't even been 10 seconds. Like, I don't remember it being this dark when I was pregnant with Bella or Zoe until like way later.
After it was confirmed she was in fact pregnant, her history still lingers and clouds any future excitement.
I'm 7.5 weeks pregnant today. I am a little stressed. When I went to my ultrasound, they basically said, I thought I was measuring at 9.5 weeks. When I went there, they were like, you're measuring at 7 weeks. And they were like, look, there's really good cardio activity. There's a really strong heartbeat. There is a chance that I could miscarry. And I think that's a really scary thing to grasp. They did say that if I was like measuring at 6 weeks, they would be way more concerned and want to see me in a week. But since I'm like in the middle, they still feel really confident. So they don't want to see me for another 2.5, 3 weeks. I just don't know. I feel like delusional me just wants to kind of like avoid that at all costs and just like kind of run away from my problems, but you can't really want to run away from pregnancy.